about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo will win the Italian Grand Prix!
Gabella running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden Barrett and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello viewers out there, you're welcome once again to Sports Orbit, reaching you from Leadership TV. My name is Afa Acho. Salifu Usman is here with me. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit.
Thank you, Alpha. It's always a pleasure to join the Sport Orbit.
All right, on Sports Orbit today, we'll begin firstly on the home front right here in the FCT, where I recall that in recent times we've complained bitterly about the state of pitches. Football pitches are meant for just strictly the game of football, but a situation where a football pitch is used for other activities other than sporting activities has become the norm, and this has not gone on well with the state of a lot of our pitches. We remember even the Super Eagles, when they played their last match, there were complaints about the pitch, even though it's been used for footballing activities. But a case where a football pitch has been turned to something else, gives us reason to be concerned about. And this time around, we are talking about the FCT Stadium. That is where we actually call the Old Parade Ground. This is actually the football pitch that is meant for FCT sporting activities. And we're hearing that a church, which I wouldn't want to name, wants to do a program using that facility. And you may want to ask, this same church has a big auditorium somewhere along the airport road. So why come and invade our little pitch where our young men have been trying to, keep body and soul, continue with their football or whatever sport? Recall that, I think late last year, to the federal government program about rice, and of all the various arenas in Nigeria, they thought that the best place to use to store rice was on that pitch. Salifu, you were there. Can you briefly give us a state of what you observed?
Well, thank you, Mr. Alpha. I hope if the producer have the video of the football pitch of the FCT Old Parade Ground, if you can just play the video there so that the viewers can also see what is happening there right now at the Old Parade Ground. They just like to say, we don't want to mention their particular shots that have a very, very big auditorium that they can use for whatever program they want to use. But right now, they are a football pitch at the Old Parade Ground is being dismantled for a social activity, what they call, they say, a 3-day prayer warrior, or whatever the name they call it, for 3-day prayers, starting from this evening till Saturday morning. And just like you say, where we alluded to the Super Eagle complaint about the pitch of the, even though the National Stadium pitch has also been used for football activities, not for that, but because of the pressure on the pitch, the players complain. Now you are allowed in a football pitch, and the funny thing is that when we heard the news and the church did that, they get the approval from the office of the minister of state, and try to confirm to verify the story, and which the aide to the minister of state, the person of Austin, totally denied that that his principal is not aware of the program, that his principal could not have given a church a go ahead for that sort of program. But okay, you can see there, that is on top of that is the main football pitch of the Old Parade Ground. I can see this man show the teachers everything have turned into church,
an auditorium.
So, and just like I was saying, where they say that they get approval from the office of the minister of state, but when we try to confirm to verify from the office of the minister of state, the minister aide Austin denied totally that yes, his principal couldn't have will not anyway give approval for church activity on the foot of work page. Then he went further, and said, so they went to the Athenian Sport Council, the director of Sport Council, in front of Stefanos, say that the approval was given from the above, although he didn't state either where the above, either from the office of the Minister of State, or from the main minister, or from the social development secretary. But the director of sport, Stefanos, say that he said that the approval was sent to him on a WhatsApp, not even by you can see the kind of
exactly.
story going on here.
Not even
That
an
not
official
unofficial,
document,
but that the
on
approval was sent to him on a WhatsApp. So, but what we are saying now is that football, football pitch is basically for football pitch. Yeah. And sometimes that government spend a lot to that particular pitch was abandoned for many years, and it take a private person, in person of United Sport Development, a private person to feed that sport, to feed that stadium last year because they were trying to organize a pre-season tournament for a women football team. If you got a fly officers tournament. Yeah. That's where the organizer put that pitch together and spending millions, their personal money millions to put that pitch together. And since that pitch was put together, come to life, all the female teams, all the FCT, all the FCT football club, this is where they play their league matches. Yeah. And now a government official somewhere just give approval for just collect the money and give approval. I'm sure this thing cannot be gift free. The church has to pay something for this. So it's government official somewhere will just give our money. And the funny thing is that their money they are collecting from the church can't be equivalent to what you need to spend to put this piece together. So if we are sincere about sport development, we should consider sport development. It's clearly true that FCT, we have known for a very long time that FCT is always backward when it comes to sport development, and they are not trying to hide it, and that's why they are trying to destroy all sport facility within the FCT.
All right. We use this platform to appeal to the Minister of State, to appeal that a football pitch is meant for football activities, but a situation where you lease it out for church activities, we think this is completely wrong. And here on Sports Orbit, we are appealing to the authorities to look into this matter. Whoever gave the approval for that pitch to be turned into a crusade playground, I think a crusade ground, I think that person needs some questions to be answered.
And to add to it, if the church they will have their if they must have their program in the old parade ground. With the old parade is very wide. There's another edge on other side of the park.
I remember
where the basketball, where the musicians park their car. That place is enough to do the short activity.
A particular brand who once held a musical concert, but they used the park. A big musical concert where international stars came, but they used the park. To tell you, at least those people were thinking enough to know that we can't use this pitch. So that park is big enough to do this.
To accommodate whatever number of people want to accommodate. Why on the main football pitch on top of the pitch? For crying loud.
I think it's a very sad one. Anyway, we'll keep giving you updates on this news as it evolves. Anyway, away from that now to some athletics where 6 African champions will storm Benin next week to fight for tickets to qualify for the Commonwealth and the World Championship. Of course, in a statement made available by AFN Head of Media, Oludare Eson, he revealed that reigning African champions will be led by Chukwuebuka Enekochi, of course, who is currently the African Games and African Champions gold medalist. Of course, this competition is for tickets for the World Athletic Championship in Oregon, United States of America, and Commonwealth Games in Benin, United Kingdom, just around the corner. Yeah, the athletic meets, trials actually, like usually before you go for the World Athletic Meet or the Commonwealth, you could be a record holder in any sport, but you still have to come down there and test your strength with the home base, with the local players to see who gets the ticket. And I think for me, that's one of the beauty of athletics, because it's not a matter of I'm a gold medalist, I hold the record in so and so. You have to come there and prove it. And prove it. Nobody will give you the ticket free of charge. So you have to come there and prove it once again for you to have a chance of going to the next level.
Yes, Alpha, thank you. And just let me to align with what you say. I commended the Athletic Federation of Nigeria, the AFN, for this tradition that they are maintaining for a very long time, in ensuring that yes, you must fight for your place. There's no any prominent name or say you am this, I'm this, I'm that, just like rightly say. For instance, the Chukwuebuka Enekwechi, that is just going to lead the score the rest of the champions to the trial. Enekwechi just won a gold medal at the African Championship in Mauritius. So that should be enough to say, okay, Abner Hafsa is the African champion, and he just proved it that. So he's the best, is the best shot put in Africa. It has to be enough to say, okay, he should qualify, he should go and represent the country at the Birmingham. But in the wisdom and in the thinking of EFN, no, he has to come and prove that either winning the gold medal was just a fluke, or somewhere, or somewhere, or a home or another 17 years old, or another 16 years or 18 years old in Nigeria can even be better than him. So kudos to AFN for this, and you can see that a whole lot of African champions, in person Isi Brume, Toby Amosu, and a whole lot, many of them too. The rest of many of them will be coming down here. It doesn't matter whether you are in USA or anywhere you are in the world. You must come down to Benin to prove that yes, you merit a green white shirt of Nigeria to fly Nigerian color at the World Championship and at the World Championship and at the same time the Commonwealth Games. So kudos to the AFN, and I commend for their commitment to ensure that yes, athletes are chosen not only for anything but physically on merit and on current form.
We're still on athletics, where just after Toby Amuso actually has emerged winner once again in the 100 meters hurdles event at the World Athletics Continental Gold Tour in Finland, and as she prepares for the Commonwealth Games. Recall that just last week she also won gold in Mauritius, and just following up with that, for attended another event in Finland, where she has also won the 100 meters hurdles in Finland. Actually, she ran 2.5 season best time of 12.57 seconds to see of Jamaica's Brittany Anderson, who ran 12.59 seconds online, while Nadine Visser of Netherlands finished third in a time of 12.72 seconds. So, congrats once again to Toby Amusan last week, doing well in Mauritius, this week in Finland. Then hopefully, we hope she takes this form, like we just said. I wish this was just good enough to give you a ticket to the Commonwealth. But in spite of all this, she has to still go and fight for a ticket.
Fight for
a ticket, like you said,
yes,
so that we know that these two wins are not just flukes. So you still have to go and battle it out there with other athletes.
Yeah, that's a bit of athletics. Just like that's a bit of athletics, just like you see earlier. A person who won the African Championship just last week, and then follow it up with improvement this week, follow it up and win a World Tour in Finland. Ordinarily, this to be good enough to prove that he is good, is good and is fit to represent Nigeria at the Commonwealth and at the World Championship. But the AFN said no, he still has to come to play, to pass through another round to compete with his fellow compatriots and to ensure that he's the best Nigerians in terms of Hondo and in terms of Hondo to represent Nigeria. So we wish. To me, I have no doubt in the abilities of Toby Amusa. He has been consistent, and he has remained consistent and proved that even at the Rio Olympic, although he didn't make a medal at the Rio Olympic, but he just lost in that fight, just a whisker. And for her, I wish although she blamed the fit on four start, or because they say according to somebody somewhere, a Jamaican guy who eventually interrupted her speed, but. Well, that he made the final. He made the final in the Rio Olympic. He made the final, but he didn't finish within the medal position. So, and her consistency has never been down. And I believe that going to the Commonwealth Games, I completely believe that Toby Amusa will definitely make a medal at the Commonwealth Games.
Right, still on athletics this time around. For her compatriot, I was talking about, as a Brummel, who also, in Mauritius, she had a disappointing outing, but she has returned to winning ways as she actually jumped. Okay, she have shrugged off that disappointment to participate in another event where she jumped 6.92 meters to win the women's long jump at the CITUS meeting in Bern during the week, earning a clear victory over the rest of the field, as Asani Mikel was second with 6.45 meters, while Diana Lesti was third with 6.27 meters. So good one too for Ese Brumer. Well, not being as consistent as Toby, but we hope when she goes for this trial, she'll be able to get her best form because once you do not do well at that trial, there'll be no excuses. It means you are completely out of the Commonwealth Games, out of the World Championships.
Yeah, I think it's a Brume is one of the consistent athlete Nigerian athlete performances. Because even at the world, even at the African Championship in Mauritius, obviously I don't want to agree that it has I don't want to agree that it has a disappointing performance. You just say have an his rules you are not to escape the participation. And he has been consistent right from the Doha to 2019, where he was the only athlete that make a medal at the Doha game. And then he comes to at the same time in the Tokyo game, he was still the same athlete. He was still the same person from athletic that make medal. The second medal Nigeria won from the from wrestling, but in athletic of all the athletes who take to the Olympic. Osi Prime was the only one that proved that yes, she's good and she's fit. And then he just like even he was he just like say even in the Tokyo, he just by whisper that yes, he eventually become a bronze medal. If not from the start, he felt say he felt jump and see somebody high jump. He was close for a bit in the gold medal until the eventual winner and the world champion, the German ladies, just come at the last jump and the German ladies just jump and then jump over her and then push her down and then the US lady also push her down to the bronze medal. So Breme has been consistent also, and I believe that going and now he has won another one in Switzerland, going to the Commonwealth and the World Championship is one of our medal hope, no doubt about that. Is always a medal hope when it comes to athletics in Nigeria.
Right, so we hope as she goes for that trial in Benin next week, she'll be to put off her best performance, like Self rightly said, one of our best.
He'll be surprised that one teenager somewhere will just come upset and take it.
So we need all our best athletes to be in that competition. Anyway, at this point, we'll go on a short break. When we come back, we still have more stories to give you on Sports Orbit. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that break. Now on to football, where news coming out says that there are doubts over Okoye Super Eagles' future. The future of the Super Eagles keeper will be revisited after the goalkeeper snubbed invitations to join the team for this month's AFCON qualifier. Reports had initially suggested Okoye was injured and was undergoing treatment, but the goalkeeper also failed to speak with Super Eagles goalkeepers trainer Ike Shoromu. According to Shoromu, he said, "Before we left for the US tour, I tried to reach him because I had learned he was injured, but I couldn't get him. Secretary of team also tried to contact him via text message. I also did the second time, but we learned he was trying to sort out club matters because he recently concluded his transfer. But if everything is okay about the future, we'll reach out to him again to calm his mind." So recently, since the AFCON, okay has been, shall I say, playing hide and seek with the football authorities? Is it as a result of the backlash she got? But I mean, these things are expected as you're long as you're a footballer, especially this era of social media. So if that little backlash is making him now to start dodging from the national team, then I think his mental strength needs to be questioned because, look, some players receive death threats for missing penalties, but they still come back stronger. So for people to criticize you for your performance, then because of that you are afraid to come and keep being good for Nigeria. Then for me, I think I don't think we would need to be begging any player if that's what he decides.
Alpha, you have hit the nail on the head. We don't need. I don't think we need to beg any
At all.
players. Just goalkeeper, just one person. And
Yeah, exactly.
at least even Nigeria here, at least I can confidently say out of the 24, out of the 20 Premier League in the out of 20 Premier League in the Nigeria Professional League, each of the club have 23 goalkeepers.
Yeah.
That's why we're talking about 60 goalkeepers
exactly.
already, and we only need one. So, and not compared to the others who are also playing another club. I'm not talking about those playing in the National Division 1 or National Division 1 League. So Okoye is not indispensable
At all.
So if he's feeling that he's too big not to talk to, Vincent Enyema, even as big as high as he was and as brilliant as everybody were putting, Vincent Enyema was also criticized severally. I know several times people attack Vincent Enyema, so, but yet the Vincent Enyema never give one. He keep up. So if you feel you are a good keeper, so criticism, if someone criticizes you, they are not just nobody say they don't like what they don't call them. They are always trying to call you, to puncture you, to be alert to your responsibility. So even that goal that you were a very alert goalkeeper would have punched that ball, would have knocked that ball away. So he should try to escape himself from that blame of that defeat to that goal against Ghana. If a better alert goalkeeper on the pitch would have kicked that ball away if he's alert to his responsibility.
Don't forget
and
that.
if people are criticizing, they only try to ask him, though, please, we make a mistake. Try to make amends. So I mean, if you feel because of that one, he's trying to stop the country. No, I don't think it's too small to stop Nigeria.
I mean, don't forget that even Uzoho in that second leg against Ghana, he was actually blamed for that goal. But recall that during the tour of the US, even though Uzoho was not invited, he still found a way of getting there.
Yes.
And the coach still considered him. He showed commitment that I still want to play.
Yes.
And he's back in the team.
Yes.
So instead of you to take up the responsibility and still go there to continue to do your best, you are trying to run away from the team.
He's not Vincent Enyema
at all.
Even to Vincent Enyema, even the way Vincent Enyema, even when some feel that Vincent Enyema is too big.
Keeping for Nigeria has even brought him to a bit of limelight.
So who know him? He was playing in the fourth division.
Exactly.
When the Rob brought him, everybody was complaining about him. So if he has come to Nigeria, Nigeria has benefited him. And since he came to Nigeria, he was lucky to play with a bigger team and play regularly in the sport. So he should be grateful to Nigeria, not to Nigeria to say grateful to him, because Nigeria has done him more favor. Nobody know him when he first coming. So he's too big, he's too small to stop Nigeria. But if he feels that he has had enough to go, well, we wish him well. We wish him well anyway. I don't think Nigeria, even though we have not had the perfect replacement for Vincent Enyema, but I think that even those who have a moment can still want to go. So there's no need Okoye or somewhere one Okoye should feel big for Nigeria.
All right, we're still on to football, where the nominees for the 2020 Golden Boy Award is out, and of course Real Madrid, Camavinga, United, Anthony Elanga, and PSV and Eindhoven's Chukwuno, so Tristan Madrekwe, which apparently is a Nigerian, including Barcelona's Gavi and Jude Bellingham. A host of other players have been named in the 100-man shortlist. For those who might not know, the Golden Boy Awards is actually organized by Tutto Sport newspaper and Italian-based newspaper. It's actually like the Ballon d'Or for under 21 players, basically who have impressed in the course of the year. Of course, last year's winner was Pedri of Barcelona. But as it stands this year, a lot of people have been tipping Camavinga to win the award this time.
I'm thinking Madrid to win it.
Well,
for patriotic sake.
Well, for patriotic sake, but speaking realistically, what has he done? He's just been nominated 100-man shortlist.
Well, for him to even make 100-man shortlist is a big kudos as a big achievement. He doesn't just make that list without any issue. So it shows that he's also one of the best. It's why if you have to count the best 100 young players, he's one of the best 100 young players. So kudos to him. And then I commended the media, the Italian media who are organizing. Also, it also shows an improvement and also ensure that the young lads who are coming up, if you teach them to put up more, teach them more, and to put up more performance or good. So, for which whoever is going to win,
yeah, I mean,
the Camavinga, you are saying, well, absolutely he deserves it based on his performance.
For Madrid, and not forgetting that they also won the Champions League,
yes,
so all those things always come into play. Also won the league,
so we will not be surprised that you see the Real Madrid producing the golden balls and at the same time the Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah, very possibly. And away from that now to the EPL, where this morning fixtures for the 2022-2023 fixtures were announced early this morning for the EPL, and Everton's Iwobi, their first match will be up against Chelsea. That will come up on the 6th of August 2022. Recall that I think their second to the last game last season was against Chelsea also, while this time they will be open their 2022-2023 campaign against Chelsea also, while first match of the season will actually be Crystal Palace versus Arsenal, while champion City will start their campaign on the 7th of August against West Ham. So, I mean, there you have it. Fixtures are up. So, once the fixtures are up, you know that the league is approaching once again.
Yeah, the league is already approaching while the players are able yet to enjoy the summer holiday. And what is that is where the beauty of what we are saying. That is where the system work.
Yeah.
We are talking of almost 2 months ahead. But the fixtures are everything has already. Unlike what we hear about the Nigeria professional league.
When it links, and you don't even know when the next season will start again, talk less of fixtures.
So this is where the systems work and everything is being planned and they follow the schedule. Well, we can't wait for another new season to start.
Absolutely. Well, preseason will start in another 1 week. Yeah, preseason starts usually in July, just to give them 4 weeks preparation before the league starts. Now, on to our last thing before we go, some transfer news where Inter Milan are confident of securing Lukaku on a loan. They've been going back and forth to agree a fee, but apparently, as a result of his wages and the transfer fee Chelsea have put is a bit too high. So for now, they intend to take him off on loan with the option to buy, and of course, with Lukaku also agreeing to take a pay cut. And this too has been on. Recall that since he immediately, in fact, less than a month or 2 months after his return to Chelsea, after he gave that interview of how he did, I mean, since then things have never been the same with him, with the coaching staff, and with a lot of fans of Chelsea who, at all, and who actually are pushing for him to actually just leave the club once and for all.
I think the onus lies on the Lukaku, just like you say. But if you look at Lukaku at the moment, his value compared to what else have put on him cannot be equated.
Yeah.
His value has completely dropped because your value is being measured based on your performance in the season. And if you look at what his performance this season has not been too effective, so you can't expect it. But Chelsea are trying to put such money because Chelsea are still putting such a high price on him just for them to recoup all the pay, recoup something for what they paid for him to bring it from Inter Milan. And so the onus lies on the Lukaku since he is definitely one. He has no option than to leave Chelsea. But remaining in Chelsea, that means he's heading to the end of his career. He has to leave so that he can be able to rebuild and sustain his career. So if you have to leave, the owner depends on him. He has to take a pay cut. He has to negotiate himself out of the club so that he ensure that he go back to where he's being loved and where he's being welcomed. So that he can play his normal life.
Of course, I mean, and considering the fact that the World Cup is fast approaching, and you need to be in a club where he's assured of playing time.
And remember, the Belgians are not lacking in talent. They have a whole lot of strikers.
Exactly. So he has to be fit.
For him, he has to be fit, and if you want to remain relevant in the Belgian national team, he has to be fit and he has to be playing regularly. If not, I think Benjo has they're not likely to come to sport.
At all. At all. Anyway, so that's that for transfer news, and with that, we've come to the end of today's episode of Sports Orbit. Tomorrow we'll come back again to give you the edition for the Friday episode, which will be a Friday. Of course, expect that there'll be plenty of more refreshing and exciting stories to give to you. Also, we'll definitely will get an update on the Abuja Stadium, the pitch, actually the old parade ground. Hopefully by tomorrow we'll get an update and see what actually transpired in the background for to give a church such a lease or something, so a permission to use a sporting facility for a church activity. Well, that and so much more will bring to you on tomorrow's episode of Sports Orbit. Salifu, thank you once again for being in the studio with me today.
Thank you, Alpha.
All right, until we come your way tomorrow again, stay safe out there. My name is Alpha Acho, and it's bye-bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.